Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today, we're going to be interviewing one of my students. Recently, just got his first payout. I'll let Carlos kind of go over himself.
Yeah, so I started trading in January. So I think it was like the second week I was like trying to find like a way to like make money online. First the thing was e-commerce, but I kind of realized that e-commerce like it takes too much money to like start, like marketing the ads and everything. So from there I went to like appointment setting. So like I will like send text to like online coaches like, hey, can I like
Hmm.
be part of your sales team? But
Yeah.
that didn't really like work out. Yeah. So then my friends told me like about trading. So that kind of like led me to like finding like TJR first, his like boot camp. And then I went to ICT, the mentorship 2022. But then from there, like I just started like, I think I paper traded for like a few weeks, like 2 weeks. But then I went like straight into futures with a top step like by February.
Okay.
So
So pretty quick. Did you
yeah.
start off trading futures then, in your journey?
Okay, so my friends like traded Forex.
Okay.
So when I was like paper trading, I was like mostly paper trading like Forex.
Okay.
I think it was Euro USD.
Okay.
But then like I started seeing like reels and like TikTok, like scrolling, and then I saw like like futures, like it's like
Mm.
cheaper. Cause I remember like the profit room for like Forex was like 450
Yeah.
for like my friends. I was like, nah, that's like too much money. So for like Top Step, like $50. I mean like,
Yeah.
oh,
Super
okay, that
cheap.
is like
Yeah.
cheaper. Yeah. I mean the rules like seem easier too. So yeah.
What was one of the first models that you traded when you first started? Did you trade TJR's model?
TGR, so like a
Break
sweep,
structure. Yeah.
yeah, like a London sweep, and like a Asian sweep, and then like a break of structure, and then like a fair value gap. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were some of the hardships that you kind of faced when you wanted to get into trading and actually started your journey?
Okay, so like my strategy like was pretty good. Like I kind of like figured out fast. Like I passed my account from like starting in the futures, like in February. I think I passed the account like in my second week,
Okay, so you passed
so it was
quick.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like my thing was just like psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Like my goal was to like get rich fast.
Yeah.
But like that kind of like led me to like being cocky and like being confident. And then when I would make like a lot of money, the next day like I would like try to like do the same thing, but like I end up like losing the account and
Yeah.
like the cycle repeated itself like
Yep.
so many times.
You're too focused on the money at the end of the day. You saw
Yeah.
trading, you were just like, oh, online money, let's get rich quick. And, you were able to actually execute within the market and follow your model. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that psychology, you're not going to make it with the skill. So, how kind of was that process for you? Because when you started, you were good on the charts, you were able to execute, you were able to make money, but in the end, you ended up just blowing these accounts. So what did that take on your mental? And did you ever think about just quitting trading?
Yeah, so I think I would have quit trading if it wasn't like for my friends, like just like telling me, nah, come on, Carlos, like it's gonna work out, like sure you're like blowing account, but like that's how like in trading is, like you start out by like losing money, but
Yeah.
then like you kind of start like so I think it's called like the snowball effect.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like
Exactly.
just over time, like just gonna make more money with it, and then your like losses will be like cut off like immediately. So
Yeah. What were some of
uh,
the things that helped your mental kind of like when you, let's say, you had a good week, but towards the end of the week you went on tilt and you blew an account? What kind of helped your mind veer away from the fact that you blew the account and kind of get back to your right mindset?
yeah, so it's kind of weird, but I kind of like think about like my parents, like what will my parents like be like saying, or like when they like look at me like blowing the accounts,
Yeah.
like so I kind of like see that as like disrespecting them like in some way, like blowing an account, like
Yeah.
just like wasting money away. So I guess like that part helped me like a lot, like just like thinking about like my parents like the whole time. And like also like what else helped me? Probably like YouTube videos, I guess, like psychology videos.
Yeah, of course. I definitely think that relating it to the parents thing is good. That definitely keeps you a lot more accountable because, I mean, you're sitting there looking at the charts and you're just like, I have people I need to support. I have people that I love. I have people that, I'm going to show them that I can actually make this skill useful. So at the end of the day, you need to hold yourself accountable to that.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we can kind of get on to the mentorship side of things. What made you kind of come to me in the first place and want to
Yeah.
kind of become a profitable trader?
Yeah, so the thing was like Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
because I think like when I was like scrolling for for like 2 weeks, okay, not like scrolling like continuously for like 2 weeks, but like
Yeah, yeah.
just every day from like 2 weeks, like seeing your reels like every day. So like from like those weeks, like I just followed you, and then like over time, like I was like, okay, like he's like winning like all the time, he's
Mm-hmm.
like super simple strategy.
Yeah.
So like it was kind of obvious for me. I was like, okay, like maybe because during that time, like I was also trying to find like some mentorship too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I mean,
Like
you already knew how to trade. Even when you came to me, like that was made very clear. Like you already know how to trade. You've already passed accounts, but it was literally psychology based. That's the first thing that you said when I was just like, "What are you looking for help with?" It's just psychology. I passed accounts, but I just end up blowing them. So what do I do? Um, and so yeah, I mean, you came to me with psychology problems, and I mean, we've been working for like a month now, I would say, and I mean, you
yeah,
got your first payout, bro. Like, how does it feel after like all this time that you put into this skill to finally see the results show from it?
I mean, the first thing that I did was like tell my friends. I was like, man, like I finally finished. Like I finally like,
Yeah.
got a payout. Cause like the whole time they like tease me about it. Cause like both of my friends got their payout like 2 months ago.
Mm,
So like they were like teasing me about it. So like the first thing I did was like call them and like tell them. And then like I told my parents for sure, like, hey,
yeah.
mom and dad, like what I'm doing right now, it's like possible. Like sure, like
Yeah.
I lost money like at the start, but like now I
That's with
kind of like
everything, you
almost
know. Yeah.
lost it. Yeah.
What would you
So
say was some of the biggest things that kind of helped you psychology based after working with me?
the thing was just like texting you like every pre-market, I
Yeah.
guess, like trying to like, get my mind right and remain patient.
Yeah.
Cause like most of the times, like when I trade, I try to like force a trade like right away. Okay, like macro starts, like try to like force something like right away. But
Yeah.
I guess like texting you like pre-market was like just like setting my mind right for like to remain patient and
Yeah.
by my setup.
I think what we also helped, which I think is one of the biggest things, and that you still continue to do, is if we have a winning trade in the morning, you lock yourself out of the account. And I
Yeah,
think that's great. Even when you have a loss, you lock yourself out of the account. And that's not necessarily showing that you don't have discipline to not place the trade. It's showing that you have rules put in place. You're just sticking to your rules
yeah,
at the end of the day. It's not showing that you don't have discipline to not take that trade. It's just showing you have rules put in place. So why not use it? And I think that's one of the biggest things that helped you. Risk management, preserving your capital is the biggest thing at the end of the day. Definitely along with the whole pre-market thing. You text me before every single morning of what your draw and liquidity is. Now that's great. Not only to see if your draw and liquidity is right, but also if we see the draw and liquidity get hit without an entry, we're done for the day. We're not going to try to force a trade or anything like that. And I think that definitely helped you just becoming more patient within the markets and waiting for the setup to appear, waiting for the model to kind of just present itself. What would you
sorry,
say?
like my dog
No, no,
like
no, you're all
barking
good.
like
You're all good. What would you say are your future goals for trading now that you've seen the success so far?
yeah. So when the payout happened, I was like thinking like okay. I'm gonna finish this month like making 2K, like one more payout, and then next month like 5K, and then like a snowball effect.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, like I'm like realizing that okay, like whatever I make now, like it's fine. Like it could be like just that one payout that I got like last week,
Yeah,
or like so I kind of like took the fucking money part like
yeah,
out of it, and yeah, I mean that's like
good.
helping me with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. You definitely don't want to look at the money part 100%, especially when scaling. And I mean, this is something that me and you will talk more on like one on one. But what's going to come with your first payout? You're going to use some of that money and reinvest it into more accounts. And you're just going to copy trade those. So, I mean, the same thing applies, same risk management, same everything. This first payout kind of just shows you that everything's possible, everything that you work
Possible.
for. I mean, it's all possible with trading. You have a bunch of gurus online, showing you their P&Ls and everything. And while some of that may not be true, probably most of it isn't true. There is still some truth within trading. And I mean, the proof is right here. You started trading 5 months ago, 6 months ago, bro, and you got your first payout. Like, this is crazy. People work at this for years and don't even get a payout. So the fact that you can do this with only a couple months, I mean, we haven't even been working with each other for a full month now, and you already got your payout. So it's kind of crazy to put it into perspective, bro. You're
Yeah.
doing great.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, I appreciate the time, Carlos. Excited to kind of keep working with you for the future, and hopefully people are able to take away some things from what you said and apply it to their own trading, and hopefully become profitable like yourself.